Hello students. Welcome to Chapter 8. In this chapter, we will learn about preference and comparison. 1. Introduction. Most English text in agribusiness involves problems of comparison and preference. Comparison means comparing one thing to another in terms of quality, quantity, performance, lengthiness, size, etc. Comparison could be in terms of comparing two things, as well as one thing to other things. In English, it is also very common to find as compared to other things. This is called preference. This is usually as a result of one's evaluation on certain as superiority, performance, etc. Comparison and preference could be found within one paragraph or in different paragraph. In short, these two aspects are common in English reading, and therefore, it is important to understand them well. This chapter will discuss those two aspects, and will be organized into the followings. 1. Reading comprehension. 2. Contextual grammar, or grammar focus. 3. Writing. And 4. Speaking. 2. Objectives. Identify comparison and preference statement in the reading text. 1. Change the comparison and preference statements into their own sentence. 2. Identify vocabularies in the reading text. 3. Use the key vocabularies for other sentence developed by students. 4. Write down a sentence using comparison and preference with peers. 3. Reading comprehension. Impact of agricultural revolution. Along with permanent settlement, the agricultural revolution brought surplus production. Farmers could produce substantially more than they needed for survival. The agricultural surplus allowed the creation of new occupations, and thus, new economic and social classes, such as artisans, soldiers, priests, and government officials. Free from having to grow their own food, these new classes turned their talents to performing specialized services and producing goods other than foods. They produce more than they themselves needed, so they traded the excess to obtain whatever other goods they required. The allocation of different job to different people is called specialization of labor. Specialization has proven extraordinarily efficient compared to self-sufficiency for at least two reasons. First, individual talent and abilities are different from one to another. Second, a person to concentrate on one activity becomes better at it than could a jack of all trades. The exchange of goods and services in early societies commonly took place by simple mutual agreement among neighbors. Today, we use the term market economy to refer to a called market. Today, traders prefer free market to the regulated market. Free market economy allows the movement of goods and services freely from one place to another at the price and quantity agreed by buyer and sellers. The earliest market economies depend on barter, the trading of goods directly for other goods. However, barter can be more costly process than money-made trade in terms of time spent searching out satisfactory exchanges. In today's economy, barter is the least method of exchanging goods and service. Task 1. Vocabulary development. After you listen and read the above reading, you will learn key vocabularies coming from the reading. Please make your guess for the meaning and fill it in the following table. 1. Settlement. 2. Substantially. 3. Occupations. 4. Artisans. 5. Allocation. 6. Trade. 7. Exchanges. 8. Extraordinarily. 9. Jack of all trades. 10. Excess. Please do the task. You can pause your video while completing the task. Task 2. Comprehension questions. After reading the above story, please discuss with your friends of the following questions. 1. Is barter an important method of trading in today's economy? 2. What are the main characteristics of free market? 3. Why is specialization proven to be more efficient? 4. What happens when surplus occur to farmers? Please do the task. You can pause your video while completing the task. Task 3. Comprehension questions. Fill the spaces provided in the following statements. 1. The exchange of goods and services in early societies commonly took place among neighbors. 2. The earliest market economies depend on barter, or 3. Specialization. Extraordinarily efficient compared to self-sufficiency. 4. The allocation of different job to different people is called of labor. 5. The agricultural surplus. The creation of and thus new economic and social classes, such as. Please answer the questions. You can pause your video while finishing the answer. Four. Grammar focus. Some sentences in the above reading passage concern with comparison. In standard English grammar, there are 3 types of expression of comparisons, as summarized in the followings, completed with examples. Type expressions of comparison. A. The same as. For example, this year, agricultural production is the same as the previous one. Different from. For example, agricultural technique of one community is different from other communities. Like. For example, Malaysia's like economy Sumatra. The same. For example, Indonesia's agricultural the same per growth as Indonesia's industrial. As. For example, Indonesian workers work as diligent as China's. B. More than. For example, agricultural sector is more important than industrial Lampung's economy. Than. For example, Agricultural production this year is higher than last year. Less than. For example, food production this year is less than last year. Less than. For example, industrial sector is less important than agricultural Lampung's economy. C. The most. For example, of all 9 economic sectors in Lampung province, agriculture is the most in providing work. The est. For example, Thailand achieves the highest standard in food quality. The least. For example, of all 9 sectors, oil and gas sector contributes the least in providing revenue for Lampung province. Preference is slightly different from comparison, as it is only dealt with one position on another thing, as you will see in the following examples. Students of STIMK like economics better than physics. We prefer computer books to accounting books. The students would rather play badminton than study economics. Note: instead of would rather, we may use would sooner. We may also use gerund instead of noun. For example, I like swimming better than hiking. 5. Speaking. The following instruction is based on the reading materials. Ask your peers about the following questions, and you should carefully note his or her answer on that matter. Question: what is your understanding about Green Revolution? Answer: Green Revolution is a revolution in agricultural production due to rapid changes in agricultural technology. Question: tell me, what is the immediate impact of the Green Revolution? Answer: the immediate impact includes A, B, C, etc. Question: how has Green Revolution changed labor activity? Please do the speaking task. You can pause your video while completing the task. Six. Writing. Write a paragraph about agricultural production from your own perspective. You may use your knowledge of the matter, or you could also use reference from sources you prefer. The following example provides you with the intention of the assignment. However, you must use your own knowledge, as well as your own language, to complete this task. Agricultural production depends upon save capital, land, and labor. The changes in the climate could cause changes in agricultural production. Capital investment in agriculture would have impact on the level of production. Now, please do the writing task. You can pause your video while completing the task. Well done, students. You have finished Chapter 8. See you again. Bye.